And he's going up against Majus, who, when I started playing Dropzone, was rank 1 on the ladder, but has since been kicked away from rank 1 on the ladder, so he's rank 2 right now. So he's actually rank 1 in this tournament, or seeded first in this tournament. And with that said, let's jump on into Mind the Gap. We've got Alpha Strike up once again on our objectives tabs. We'll talk a bit about that later. That really means that it's going to be very important to start, farming up these hives super quickly. Tunnel vision as always, and first blood on the map as well. Now we're going to see double gunner tank here from Majus, which is a very popular way to play the meta. They had a little bit of a patch where they thought maybe double gunner tank was maybe not going to be quite as good, but it turns out that it's still pretty okay. As you're going to see, level 2s on the south side. Majus actually levels up his Vanguard first, which is intriguing. I don't really have much of a thought process on that. He's actually got a very high level Fury as well, level 3 for E2, so he's not really going to get much out of a Fury until level 3. He'll get a Shock Prod, but that's about it. So, yeah, I mean, I guess the Vanguard will get everything on level 2, right? He gets his Thrusters and he gets his Flare, right? So, that's interesting. He actually has the Flare up here, which is a way for him to kind of get a bit of extra vision and kind of decide when he wants to fight in and so on, I guess. Vise will finish off this farm over here, and both players so far are just finishing up their first hives, as the Fury up top will start to clean on out this top side hive. Vanguard healing up, and after this hand in from Majus, we're probably just going to be seeing a little bit of a farming up all over again. We might see the Vise. I was going to say he might go down here and jump over and try and contest vision, but seems like he's just going to go up top and kill off this hive again. With Alpha Strike in the thing, you got to kind of think in the long run here. That's 4 points, which are going to be very important, and so you're probably going to want to try and focus on the idea of, you really want to probably try and focus on killing again hives quickly, getting your hives up fast so you can get your alphas ASAP. Because again, 4 points is a lot to play for, and we saw between Ancient Heart and Rinka there was a lot of different ways you can kind of try and play around that, especially when it was like the boss slayer in the first game they played. You can kind of play to kind of farm up more, as we're going to see the Vanguard will pop that flare through, and again, that's pretty neat. It does give you just a little bit more vision in that sort of location. When I figure out the controls a bit more quickly next time, you can kind of see that. You can just see a little bit longer, right? So it means you can actually just pick up a lot of vision. It actually lasts for quite some time. That's kind of crazy. So it just gives them so much more vision to work with. As we're going to see actually a bit of a fight down here. Majus is going to get the Fury kill. Surely Vanguard thrusted forwards is going to chase. He is going to not get the kill still, as Fury is going to have... Oh, finally it goes down. Fury gets the little absorb there at the very end, but still not enough. Vanguard picks up the kill, and Majus gets first blood. 1 extra point on the board for him. And now he's got 3 towers as well. 3 rigs against 2 in a moment here. Oh, well, the Vanguard's in a little bit of trouble, I think. Dino Vortex pulls it back in. It looks as though Majus might have been trying to collapse on this tower and take a big team fight. Decides not to, though. Uh-oh, his Fury getting low on health. He's going to... Oh, he needs to be very careful not to lose that. It is a level 1 Pluto that's still out of Rinka, so once again, leveling up his Fury and then his Vise. Not going in towards the Plutus levels for a lot longer, so this Plutus is not going to be super useful for quite some time in the fights. He's not really got anything other than a basic attack, so it'll take him a little while to get into this game. I mean, what's he got on here? He's just got the a little bit of HP basically, so he really doesn't have anything right now on the Plutus. As we do see the hives starting to be farmed once again. Is this still a level 1? No way, surely not. Wow, okay, well that's actually just Majus just messing around a little bit around the map elsewhere, and so his level 1 hive up top only just now goes down, but oh, I thought he was about to steal that alpha, but he doesn't get it. Majus sort of starting to play towards stealing those alphas, it seems, right now, and I feel as though at some point he's going to have to try and steal one of them, because otherwise he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. There's the flare coming through again, and that's going to be so sick. I mean, that's again, just look at his vision. Now he can always see this location on this side of the map for the next 40, next minute or something, I think it is. So that's really sick. It really gives him a great idea of where rigs are rotating to and where his opponent's going to be moving forwards into as well. Vi's going to pick up a few more, continue to fight over to this right-hand side, and he's just going to keep on farming on up as... Yeah, I guess just not kind of the level, killing the level 1 hive up top a little bit quicker is maybe the only thing that's really a little bit troublesome right now. As you're going to be seeing 5-3 on the scoreboard for Rinka, handing in a few more cores as well. Alright then, so what's actually this? Is going to be 5-4, 1 point extra to Rinka. Is that just because because he's already killed a level 2 and handed in, so he's very far ahead in terms of hand-ins, but of course Majus does have the extra point from first blood. And that's where this just small difference comes from. More cores picked up to the far right-hand side as we see. Looks as though it's going to be a little bit of a contest here. Wants to try and pick up total vision again, but Vanguard jumps into the triple of his opponent. Going to actually drop the flare over here now. And again, just going to keep that vision so you can see over that watchtower no matter what. The wall's going to block Vanguard. Thrusters through to the top side. Plutus will blink forwards. Now level 3. Rinka's got a powerful Plutus. And that Vanguard gets very, very low. Plutus has nothing left though. Cannot chase. Vanguard will get away. 3 vision towers in control of Majus here. Does he have a way to take this bottom side? I don't think so. We're going to be seeing actually the Fury will come in to contest level 3 against level 3. Who has the better setup for the instant duel? Looks as though Majus will take the better fight and will push this back. Both running shock prods on their Furies. A little bit of a difference though. The shielded actuators here for the Rinka's Fury, which is going to keep him a little bit safer. We saw it come into play earlier, keeping him alive for a little while. Sidewinder frame though from Majus, and both of them using the Scatter Blaster. So a little bit of a difference on that second on the W. We'll see how that plays into action as well. It's kind of interesting. It feels as though they're both kind of gone for like a tanky second, tanky ability there in slightly different ways with what they do. Fury gets locked out of the center, as we'll see the Vise and the Vanguard trying to fight this Plutus. Not quite going to happen. Majus, well, actually about 300 XP ahead, so about half a level in the lead right now in the level count, and that does mean if he hits the level 10 beforehand, he'll hit a level 5 Fury. And that could create a pretty interesting fight. It should be a level 4 Fury coming in right now out of Rinka. And that should be, again, just looking towards getting his own level 5 in the near future. As this Fury, oh, Majus really sticking around for as long as possible before backing away. He does have the Vizier handing in, and he will get the point. But now what? He's going to die. No, he's going to try and get the Plutus. It goes low. Not low enough. And actually, the Vizier is going to have to pop its ECM to try and get out of there. But it's still not going to be enough. He Vanguard thrusters forwards. He's going to just not pick up the Plutus kill as it blinks away. And that's going to be Majus hunting for pickups, but not finding anything. So Vanguard comes back down to the south. Let's see actually a little bit of XP to be farmed down here. And Vanguard will also pick up a core. Does he have thrusters available? No, he has nothing at all. So the Fury picks up the kill. The core doesn't go that way. And now 50 seconds without the Fury. And it looks like the Rinka will hit level 10 beforehand. And we'll have that Fury ultimate so much sooner. And well, really right now, well, what is going on, you know, we actually just see Majus is so slow on his alphas. 2 alphas against the 5. With the scoreline being so level right now, it's going to mean that at this rate, Rinka is going to be taking an extra 4 points. That would be 11-6. And that would make life very difficult for Furious. Oh, he loses the total vision as well. Completely missed that happening. And that is going to be 9-6 plus alphas on his side at this point. Alright, so he's got to kill this bottom right-hand side, and then I guess this far south as well when it respawns. I mean, there's still just a level 2 up here, so I think the only way to really do this for Majus if he wants the Alpha Strike is to try and get a steal in. Otherwise, right now, he's just going to be trying to hand in another core. I mean, I guess the more cores he hands in now, the less he has to worry about that later. Vise again getting trapped by Night Wall, does find a way out to the top side, though. I'm going to be seeing the Fury and the Vise still trading over to this right-hand side. Kavash being cleaned on up slightly as you're going to see Fury continuing to fight this out and continue to trade through. So much Kavash here. I don't think he can really stick around. Right has to back away. He needs to get the Vise Flamethrower up there. Just kill that up a little bit. As we're going to be seeing, well, man, Maya's just picking up an alpha kill. But what next? I mean, the last couple of alphas down here. In fact, that is it right there. So we're talking about double the score right now for Rinka and counting as he starts to hand in the center. What do you do as Majus? 14-7. 6.5 minutes on the board. 15-7. 6.5 minutes on the board. Still got to farm top side for 2 extra points on the level high on the hive, and then 3 again. I mean, how many points has he even got available? 3, 6, 11. He's got 11, which brings him up to only 18. And then that's going to be up against 10, right? So he really needs to start winning some fights. He really needs to start handing in a little bit. Otherwise, he's going to be in trouble. I think, yeah, if he's got 11 cores, there's 10 on the other side. I mean, that's not what he really needs to just start stealing cores, right? So he needs to stop a hand in right here. He needs to win team fights, but at the same time, he also wants to try and keep on farming, right? So it's a bit awkward. The more time he gives Rinka to just hand in, the better this gets for Rinka, because if Rinka keeps handing in, then he's just going to get further ahead, and there's less cores to steal. There's less chance of Majus coming back into this. 20 cores remain on the map now, with a 9-point disadvantage. Rinka making this happen so far as Vise is going to continue working to the far left-hand side. This hive will fall. Finally picking up this level 3, and still level 3 bottom right that Rinka has to get rid of. Still 3 cores down here as well. But he also still holds this bottom side as he picks up a core. Is that one of Majus's? Well, I think it might have been. That's just another kick in the teeth right now. 18-7 in just a moment. 19 cores left on the map. 18 cores left on the map. Oh, it's not looking pretty. Here we go with the 5 Furies ult through each other, pretty much negating the other side. ECM locking the Dino from either side as well, as Rinka is going to be losing his Vanguard. The Plutus blinks away. Even if he kills the Fury now, I don't think he comes out of this an advantage, and he knows it. He's already GG'd out, actually, and that's going to be Rinka picking up the first game of the best of 3 in our semi-finals. Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break. We're going to hop back in just a moment, as we have our next game will be on Juggernaut. As Majus, let's see how this is gonna happen. Let's get this set. Just very quickly add a point to the board for Rinka, taking down Majus in game 1. Again, I mean, in terms of the Dropzone scene, I guess I'm not sort of super up to date with what's going on or whatever, but or how things roll. Ooh, we've got such a different build here. This is going to be interesting. Not super up to date with how good everyone is, but I think Rinka taking the game is pretty impressive. Majus has been doing well. I mean, they're both pretty high-level players, so let's see what happens here as we have a completely different setup. Double Summoner coming in from Majus on the blue side. He's got the Plutus and he's got the General Vex, which is someone we haven't seen at all so far today. Rinka going to stick with the tank, well, the Vise Fury and Plutus. So he's going to stick with what we've seen so far. No real differences on his abilities or anything. And what's Majus going to look for then? Well, it looks like he's just going to rush Vex up to level 3 so he gets the wall, gets the laser. He's running on his Plutus a Summoner's Husk, so extra armor, grants the Summoner bonus armor, being damage will remove a portion of the armor, okay. And he's got a drone, and he's got a replicating rifle. So the Plutus very much so just a farming machine here early. And the Vise, just a level 2 Vise, pretty standard. ECM locks, Dino Vortex, and the Flamethrower. Pretty much exactly what Rinka is running as well. So their Vises are pretty similar. It's the Plutuses that are different, and of course the Vex very different. As we see early, Rinka will contest in the center. First Blood, sorry, I completely missed First Blood. I'm so busy talking about these different builds. First Blood went the way of Majus, and he actually picks off the Plutus of Rinka right away, so that's pretty sick. Now with the double summoner, a lot of mobility, a lot of kind of power early, and you can see it already coming into play here as we'll see Majus picking up this bottom right core from his opponent. So stealing that away a little bit here is level 3 against level 3. Vex will turn pot of wall down, and he will be able to get away because of it. So Vex escapes. Now what else is going on? It looks as though they both picked up a core from the center, so it should be 2-4 if they all hand in without much of an issue, as there's going to be one core up. So yeah, it should be 2-4 plus the extra 0.52 if they all hand in no problem. But of course that might not happen. Let's see how this is going to go as we have Fury just going to come around the bottom. Might try and pick up a core as well. Vise can pick up though, and will lift it up right now. So that Vise lifts, and you see the Plutus coming in, the Fury chasing as well. Vise will just have to run away as Vex going to sit, just make sure he gets the vision back. It's kind of a scary moment or two where Rinka is going to push maybe for total vision. If he can find a fight, he's got 3 rigs coming through. He's got the Vise from top right, he's got Plutus top left. He actually might go and pick up that core top left, realizing that nothing's been turned in so far. There's no way he can hold 4 cores, so he's actually going to find a core back. So he's actually going to have 3 cores apiece after this early stages. Of course, it still comes down to the hand-in though, and actually this Vise, if it goes down, well, that would be 1 core back in favor. Total vision to Rinka though, so his first 2 points come onto the board. So 1 point from First Blood to Majus, 2 points from total vision to Rinka, and after that 3 points apiece from the cores, but we're still waiting for Rinka to turn in absolutely anything here. Boss Slayer is the final objective on the map then, and we've got 12 minutes to work towards it. As right now, if anyone's got a chance to do that, it's going to be more so in Majus' favor, because he has the chance now to just sort of, you know, he doesn't have anything to do, whereas we still have to see cores handed in for his opponent. Wall comes down. We're going to be seeing the Fury cancels the hand in. Fury's taking a lot of damage, does get the Articulator or whatever it's called. I can't remember. Actuator. I guess the Actuator up to absorb a shot will now get out of there. The Vex getting low as well on this side. Level 2 Vise and a level 3 Vex against a level 1 Vise right now. And Vex still has to back away. Not much health on it, as the Plutus finally coming back into the equation as well. Vise trying to hand in. Vise has got a Dino Vortex on Majus' side, so you can deny this. Pops the Dino. Doesn't hit it. And it's just the Plutus now left in the center with only level 1 on it. So Majus sort of comes out ahead, I would say, because now he's already in the center with full health rigs and ready to farm up these central hives. And Rinka, sorry, still has to hand in a whole bunch of cores, so that's going to be a little bit problematic for him now. As this Vise continues to fight farm, uncontested bottom side, Fury will go up against the double summoner up top. Is this something the Fury can win against the double turret available, the replicating rifle and the cloning laser? I don't think so. And as the Plutus coming in as well, they'll maybe try and help out. Arthur will be just an XP boost for whoever picks up the kill, and it is going to go the way of Majus, who is almost 2 levels ahead of Rinka. There it is, level 8 against level 6. Who does he level up now, though? Level 2 on the Vise, level 3 on both summoners. Whose ultimate is better? Well, the Vex allows him to... We haven't talked a lot about the ultimate. So the Vise ultimate will allow you to basically gain extra armor in a fight. You just stand nearby and reduces armor of your opposing rigs. The Vex, if I'm not mistaken, teleports you around the map. And you and your rigs as well. So it's basically like a free teleport. And the Plutus ult is actually very interesting, where you can target a rig with the ultimate, and then Plutus and that rig swap positions. So it's a really good way to hunt down rigs that are trying to escape, or save a rig that may be on low health if your Plutus is not part of the fight. So that's pretty intriguing, as we see Vi's going to leave that hive alive just as he gets set up here. Man, look at all the turrets in the center. Rinka does not have an answer to this just yet. And as we're going to be seeing, he's trying to push through, but the wall will buy him the time, and it looks as though Majus is just going to have to give... looks as though Majus is going to grab another point or two. In the meanwhile, we are going to see Rinka farming on up. Neither player going for any bosses so far. They haven't really had the chance. Maybe Majus had a chance, but instead he opted to kind of contest and to buy time, and just to slow down his opponent. Now that he has the chance, he can come down to this south side. He's going to pick up 2 cores. And as 2 cores get picked up, he can rotate those in towards the center here, perhaps. Or he can rotate them down to the bottom left. Is he going to boss it, or is he just looking to hit this bottom left hive and take it down super quickly with the burst of both summoners and the flamethrower from the Vise? Looks as though that's what he's going to be heading in towards. So you're going to see a lot of these Kavash starting to get taken down. A very technical game so far, with Majus really pulling out a lot of advantages just early. I mean, now we see Rinka starting to be able to hand in a little bit more. He's actually, the second level 2 hives are going to go down pretty similar timings here. Still a core left out on the map, I guess. Yeah, I guess Majus might just leave his cores here and go pick up this top left hive. Fury is going to start handing in the center of the map as well. Plutus coming through as well. So it does indeed look as though he's going to go to this top left hive. So here we go, going to start working his way through this. Kavash going to start going down. We're going to be seeing a lot of this Kavash starting to get cleaned out here. So a lot of damage being done as these units all disappear. In the meanwhile, though, we see, of course, Rinka already took total vision, but is just going to take vision once again just to be annoying. I mean, it just means he has good, an idea of where his opponent's going to rotate to. And now, actually, Majus is in a weird spot where he may want to try and contest this level 3 hive in the center, but he's already full on cores. Okay, he's got the level 5 Vex, though, so he's going to teleport in. Where to? Right in the center. Well, you just still have a setup of cloning lasers and all sorts, so he's got a lot here to hold the central position. He's going to keep handing in, but again, he's giving points away to Rinka right now. He will just pick up in the center. Although that said, he can't pick up all the cores that are going to drop out of this. He's given Rinka a chance to level up a bit at least, so it's only now a level 1 level difference, as Fury is getting a lot of damage taken there. The Vex is going to come in, drop a wall, stop the Fury from escaping, but the Vex has to get out as well. The Plutus is looking to pick up the kill. Doesn't quite find it, though. Is still just in the center. Vise hands in 3 cores. Just continues to look very, very good for him. Fury going to pull back the Plutus before healing. Will just pick up the vision once again. And overall, Majus still looks good. He's dropped the cores in the center. He hands in consistently with the Vise. And now we're going to be seeing this top hive continue to go down. So hive will indeed fall. And we're just going to be seeing Vise and Plutus. They're going to come around the center and see what is next. Another Vise, another Vex coming in towards the middle here, and we are indeed going to start seeing this hive to the south side. Starting to take quite a bit of damage. There's a nice little pull in just to help the farm nice and quickly. I mean, obviously for Majus, if he just trades central hives and he picks up all the cores off of this one, then that's still fairly okay for him. This Plutus starting to hand in. There's one more core up top side, and I wonder if that's what he's going to try and pick up next. Drop the core off there, or just hand in and pick up the top side. I mean, he has to, right? I mean, it doesn't make any sense at all to just leave it sitting there. And as we're going to see, though, the 3 rigs are going to come around the right-hand side, and this could cause problems. Plutus does have a wall available, No, sorry, is he running wall? He's running on the Vex, of course, yes. So he's got the Vex wall available. And the Vex is looking to fight a little bit. Ooh, it's actually going to be the Plutus wall coming in from Rinka. So the wall goes down. That's a dead Plutus, I think. Does he have a way out? No, not at all. No blink being ran on this composition. And that's going to be a core going down, and Rinka can keep handing in. It's going to be 9-9 if this gets handed in. The Vex is super low health, so let's be very careful about it. The ultimate isn't really going to help either, and the Dino Vortex does not deny the hand-in. Fury's taking damage from the clone laser, but is still going to get out over to the right-hand side. So now all of a sudden, Rinka looking to go 10-9 up. Well, how many cores on the map? 21 with a 10-9 scoreline. It's going to be 20 with a 10-9 scoreline. Wow, so it's really about who has the most cores available to them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the side of Majus, 10, 11. So he does have more cores on his side. In fact, if they both just hand in all of the cores available to them, this does become a situation which is going to be... Oh, this is crazy. A little fight here. You see M-Rock goes down. He just has to back away. He does not want to lose the Vex, but the blink forward from Plutus takes it down. No core on that, so you can't pick up a core or anything. And now the Plutus comes in out of Majus as well to fight against this. 10 apiece, but down a general Vex with the ultimate as well for the next 50 seconds. And that's going to be a lot of time to hand in and for Rinka to do as he wishes. In the meanwhile, still farming top right, getting more cores available already. That's something Majus is yet to do for himself here. So Majus will still have to do that, as we're going to be seeing Plutus continuing to hand on in. We're going to see the Fury as well will start to hand into the center. Plutus, Vise, sitting to the left-hand side here. We're going to see what's going to happen next. Vise does come away from the top right-hand side with one core. We'll just bring it towards the middle. Take it away from the less exposed position, which is the top. Still 15 seconds for Vex to come back in the game. Majus needs 2 hand-ins to tie up the game. 17 cores in play. 12-10. 17 cores in play. So this is still winnable on either side, really. As we're going to actually see Majus, he's just going to farm bottom left now. And he's just going to pick up the cores there. And then I guess, I mean, he's got to start at some point figuring out how he's going to hand in enough to kind of... He's looking to win fights, right? I mean, that's what he's got to try and head towards right here. So he's going to be looking to try and win some fights as... Well, I mean, these alphas are continuing to go down pretty swiftly. Let's go in Swan. Again, 4 minutes on the board with, well, 3 bosses to kill on either side for boss slay. It doesn't look like that will be a thing. As you're just going to be seeing the Plutus throwing down a cloning laser. So cloning laser comes down. Plutus is going to start to hand in, and again, Majus, who has to find a really good team fight. He's going to maybe teleport into the middle, and he sees it. So he'll actually deny that turn in. Everything comes up here with him. So he can begin to turn in, and now he can go and start. I mean, what does he do? Does he go and try and pick up more cores? This will make it 13 apiece, but if he goes to pick up more cores, all of a sudden it's Rinka who has the opportunity to turn in. Both players level 11. So levels are pretty even here. Fury has the stunning entry available, and that will immediately turn a fight into the favor of Rinka, perhaps. As you see the wall coming down, keeping Rinka away right now. Plutus coming up the top side. And as you see the Vise with the Dino Vortex. No hand in here just yet from Majus. As you're going to see, there's the sudden entry. Hits absolutely everything, but the Plutus is out of the equation right now for Rinka. The Fury's taking a lot of damage. The Vise will continue to tank. The Vex is maybe in a little bit of trouble here. Trying to escape. Has not got a wall. Does he? Yes, he does have got a wall. No rigs going down just yet. The Fury is super low. The Vise is still taking shots. The Vex escapes. The Fury escapes. Everything gets away right now. As we're going to see Vise turning in once again. There's no Dino to deny this from Rinka. So that's going to be 12-13. Fury and Vex both having to go home. But Vex has actually healed up a little bit already. Plutus is very low now. Drops the cloning laser. You're going to see the Vex coming back in. Can he contest the hand in? He's going to try to. Vex will move forward. He's going to send in the Plasma Drone. Cloning laser as well. Vise also. Dino Vortex available, so you could have just stopped that and shut it down completely. This Vise taking a lot of hits right now. Cloning laser will die. 13-12. It's still so important right now, I think, for, well, Rinka to hand in. 14-12 will be the score. Majus still has to catch up by 2 points. And that could just be the cost of that total vision from earlier in the game. 13 cores remain. It's not going to come down to handing all of the cores in. It's going to come down to, well, it still just might be one team fight. And that would be a great time to fight while the Fury Ultimate is not here. 15-12, but 3 cores right here to hand in immediately. Maybe hand in, drop the core, and just try and start picking something up. The Fury will try to pressure. I mean, the Summoners, though, they want to try and just stick around and put up as much as possible. Tries to catch the Fury of a wall, doesn't catch it, though. Vise will pick up another core, start to hand in. He's looking to take this into a tied-up situation, which would, of course, force overtime if we were to hit 0 seconds. Here comes the wall coming down. It's now going to be a fight kind of forced. Vex, what's he going to do? You see the you see the Divine Dino coming in from Rinka. The Vex is in trouble, though. The Vex is just going to go down, and Majus down a rig, now down 2 in a second. The Plutus is super low, no way out, double kill, and Rinka forces the good game out of Majus. He's going to win this 15-14, as Majus trying to pull back with the last Vise. I mean, he just can't win this now because he can't contest with 2 rigs. The Vise goes down, it's a team wipe to end the game, and it is going to be Rinka going through to the